Once you've created and saved a project, and then added mappings to that project, the next recommended step is pre-migration review. During pre-migration review, you're going to take a look at the individual mappings for anything that might look like some type of red flag, something that you should maybe investigate before you actually execute the migration itself. To do that, you can go into a project, select one or more mappings, and up at the top, from pre-migration, you can verify the mapping, which makes sure that we can communicate with both the source and the destination, and you can click Scan Source Data. Now, the Scan Source Data takes a little bit longer than the Verify mapping, but then it provides you information about that source. So for instance, if I come over here and I click on my Kintoso Works, I can now see the site template, number of pages, list templates, site and site collection level features. I can see the number of files that are in there and the number of users and groups. We can also see if there's anything like custom columns, workflows, content types, or any files that are checked out. Now, why is this important? It's important because custom columns, are they going to work in the destination? Chances are they will, but you may still want to go and take a look at those. You may want to investigate the data types, for instance. Custom content types. Custom content types. Are they working with any custom columns or workflows, for instance? And of course, the workflows. Are they even appropriate in the destination? Could there be anything there that's simply outdated that we don't need? Now you'll notice SharePoint objects. I don't have anything listed over here yet because we actually haven't run the migration. So this is going to be a great reporting mechanism for this mapping post-migration, whereas this is helping me right now gain some insight into my source before I run the migration. Down towards the bottom, I will see the history of any types of jobs I've run against that mapping. So for instance, if I click my back button, obviously I ran the scan source ahead of time, but I've also verified the mapping for one of these. So if I click into there, not only can I see some of these statistics up at the top, but I can see both of those jobs run successfully down at the bottom and by who. Can I do this for my other sources as well? You can. If I go back to projects, here I have my Exchange migration. And if I want, I can select, go to pre-migration, and click Scan Source Data. How can I tell that I haven't done that yet? Because the stage says New Mapping, and if I click on any of these mailboxes, it tells me no data to show and no history down at the bottom. So I'm going to select these and click Scan Source Data. Now, how long that takes, of course, is determined by how many scans you are running and how much data there is to examine. I'm going to pause the video and come back in a moment when this is complete. All right, we can now see that the stage has changed to Scan Source Data. And if I go and click on any of my mailboxes, I now have information about that mailbox, and I have a history down here at the bottom. Anywhere you see an information bubble, give you a little bit extra info on what's going on in that particular mailbox. And again, if I go back up to the top, I can view all of my different mappings. So we can run that scan data anytime we need to on the different scopes within the source environment. And this is your way of investigating beyond anything you would have done outside of the product. If you're comfortable with what you're seeing, then at this point you are prepared to move on to actually executing on the migration projects themselves. We're going to take a look at that in a separate how-to. Thanks for watching this short video on how to do pre-migration scanning for source mappings in AvePoint Fly.